Hello. Okay, so this evening I'm gonna record a meditation on no self, emptiness. Yeah, and we're gonna particularly examine what is in and what is out, and try to find that point of in and out. Okay, cool. So as usual, I'll do my whole kind of breathing routine and kind of scan through the body, and then we'll get into the main meat of the meditation. But the aspect of looking at this issue of what is in and what is out will start already right when we get to the body scan, right after the breathing. So it's always fine to skip ahead of the breathing exercise if you're not interested. Should take about 5 minutes. Okay, cool. Let's get going. So we're going to straighten up, settle in. Taking the crown of the head, pushing it up towards the ceiling. Good. And we're going to start with chanting. Now, chanting, a lot of Westerners like, I don't know about chanting, but no, it's really good. It kind of slaps you, gets you right into the present moment. So, all right, we're just going to chant Om 3 times. So here we go. So inhale the hands to heart center. Inhale. Inhale deeply. Okay, good. Now, inhale the arms up. Retain the breath. Bring the arms out to the side. Now, exhale. The hands are coming towards each other, and they're going to meet at the sternum. Inhale. Retain the breath. Bring the arms out, away from the body. Exhale. Inhale. Retain the breath. Bring the arms out to the side. Exhale. Inhale the arms up. Interlace the fingers. Bring the hands down to the head and go over to your right side. Feeling a deep stretch in the left side body. Retaining the breath. Exhale, coming back to center, dropping the hands down to the lap. Inhale. Hands are come up over the head, interlace the fingers. Bring the hands down to the head, over to your left side, getting a deep stretch in the right side body, retaining the breath. And then exhale, slowly coming back, dropping the hands down to the body. You're moving the hands like you're moving them through syrup. And inhale, the hands up. Now look over to your right side and look over your right shoulder. And then exhale, coming back to center. Now inhale the arms back up. Retain the breath, turn to your left, bring the arms down, look over the left shoulder. Exhale, coming back to center. Now we're going to do alternate nostril breathing. So take the right hand, curl the first 2 fingers, the pointer finger and the middle finger. Now take the right thumb, block the right nostril, inhale deeply through the left. Pinch and retain. Exhale out the right. Inhale through the right. Pinch and retain. Release the left. Exhale out the left. Inhale through the left. Pinch and retain. Exhale out the right. And release. Good. Now we'll do a few shoulder rolls coordinated with the breath. So lifting the shoulders up on the in-breath. Retain. Exhale. Letting the shoulders come down. Now inhale one more time. Shoulders come up. Retain. Exhale. Inhale up one more time. Exhale, they come down. Okay, good. Now we're going to come into the body scan. The body scan will already incorporate the inquiry. So we're going to be looking at what's in and out. But first, let's bring about joy. So smile deeply, feeling the smile in the face, and also smiling with the whole body. Then when you notice that joy, I just wish it for others. So may others experience this as well. Now we're going to open the eyes and keep the eyes defocused, taking in the whole periphery. Now, ask yourself, where exactly is in and where is out? In the visual perception, what is in and what is out? To come at this question a different way, put it this way. Is this not entirely intimate? Like the experience of seeing is actually not over there somewhere. Rather, the experience of seeing is completely immediate and completely intimate. The visual experience, is there an in or an out, an inside and outside? Now there may be a thought that says, aha, that is out, this is in, but that's a thought. What about this experience of seeing points to an in or an out? Now also notice that an object near in the visual field is actually known just as intimately as an object that's far away in the visual field. Now here's another way to come at it. Is there some sort of barrier right now between what I think is me and the visual experience? And if that's the case, go ahead and find that in me. Like right now, I can see my nose, but it's just a visual experience like any other. I can see myself on the computer screen, but it's just experience. Okay, letting that go, gently closing the eyes, and then coming back to our smile, finding a sense of enjoyment in the practice. Now bring your attention to the internal visual field. So what you see on the internal screen. So visual thoughts. If none are coming up, go ahead and fabricate one. Think of an elephant. Now you can think of a banana. Now think of an elephant again. And so now that elephant, that banana, is that other than me? Is that other than I? And maybe there's a thought, aha, this is just a thought. That's not me. That's a thought. But that thought is just a thought. Totally immaterial. Now come back and pay attention to any image thoughts that are arising. What's the relationship between me, I, and those image thoughts? For me, when I ask the question, I don't even know what the hell that means. I can't find any of it. Okay, good. Now we'll let that go. Now we're going to pay attention to the auditory field, the external auditory field. So there's white noise, you're hearing my voice. And now see if that's you or if it's not you. And then go ahead and find the division line between you and the experience of hearing. So just go ahead and find that. On what side of the hearing is you or is the I? When I ask the question doesn't even make any sense. Now keep coming back to external hearing. In Shinzen speak, hear out. Where is hear out? Where is that which hears it? In Chinese Chan practice, a very common koan is, who's chanting Buddha's name? Or who hears ah? Who hears the syllable ah? So we can just do that for a minute. Who says the word ah? Who hears this? Ah. See if you can find it. Where is it heard? By whom is it heard? To whom? For whom? What does that question even mean? We walk around assuming there is an I. Okay, great, no problem. Where's I? Okay, great. We'll drop that and we'll come into the internal auditory experience. So talk space. In Shinzen speak, hear in. So when you listen to your mind, do you hear anything? Who hears that? On which side are you? Like, let's think about the kind of the visuals or the spatial relationship with internal hearing. So there's you and there's internal hearing. And the you has to hear the internal hearing, the internal sound. Does any of that make any sense? Okay, we'll let that go and we'll just smile. It's good to smile when you meditate. Now we're going to do a body scan, but we're going to keep going with the inquiry. So, okay, putting your attention on your feet. And now see if you can get a sense for whether that's inside or outside of you. So this tingling in the feet, this sensation in the feet, is it me? Is it mine? When I ask a question, I have no idea. Now let's bring the attention up to the calves, the lower legs. So now just touching some actual sensation. And then again, where am I relative to this? Is this inside or outside? Is it far or near? Now let's just play around with this a bit. So now feel the shoulders and now feel the calves. Does one seem nearer to you than the other? And it's good if you can find that one does. Then figure out or look at and see if you can figure out what that nearness is. What does that even mean? Let's try that again. Put your attention on your calves. And now put your attention on the shoulders. And is one nearer than the other? See if you can pick up on nearness by the sensations that you feel. For me, that distinction collapses. I have no idea what that even means. Okay, now be sure to smile. It's good to enjoy meditation. Now bring your attention to the thighs. The sensation, is it in or out? Is it mine? Is it not mine? Now feel the thighs, and in contrast, feel the cushion or feel the chair with your thighs. Now the feeling of the chair or the cushion, is there something about that that's not you, or that's farther away, or that's obviously out versus in? See if you can find that line. And again, come back to the feeling of the chair that you're feeling with your thighs. Is that actually out or in? Okay, now letting that go. Now bring your attention to your buttocks on the chair or on the cushion. Now let's focus on the sense of proprioception. So feel your contact with the cushion or the chair. And just to play around with it a bit, let's invite it to kind of invert or go away or lose its kind of messenger capacity of telling us where in space that's happening. Like, can you really know where in space this is happening? If you focus on it really intently, all that kind of falls away. Or not. Okay, now we're going to go to the abdomen. So there's this rising and falling of the abdomen. We're smiling, and we're enjoying the practice. Stomach is rising and falling. And let's investigate this whole spatial proprioception aspect to it all. So where is that happening? Where is this rising and falling happening relative to me, I, or you? Now let's inquire in a different way. What animates this? What makes the belly rise and fall? We can ask ourselves, is it me? Is it I? And maybe it's me. So I'll try to find that in me. It's making the stomach rise and fall. So smile as you do your search. What animates this? Where is this me? And now let's look and see who's looking. Who's looking? Who's doing this? And now there might be confusion. That's perfectly fine. Confusion and equanimity with confusion feature prominently in inquiry. Really want to open up to confusion. I've heard it said that wisdom comes out of the same substrate as confusion. So whenever there's confusion, that means wisdom's about to dawn. Let's come back to the stomach. So there's this rising and falling. And we're watching it. And now quickly, who's watching? Try to find it. Okay, let's drop that and come into the chest, the lungs, expansion, contraction. We could say there's this life force making this happen. But now ask yourself, is that personal to me? Is that mine? And yes is a perfectly good answer. But go ahead and try to find that me, my, mine that you think is there. Okay, coming back to the chest. So there's this expansion, contraction. And how does it relate with me? Mine, I. When I ask the question, there's not an answer. But it's fine if there is one. Investigate the answer that comes up. And now bring your attention up to the back, shoulders, back of the neck. We often hold tension here. We can release that smilingly. But it's even more interesting if, when we try to release the tension, it doesn't go away. It gives us something to work with. So let's open up to that, investigate that, any tension. And now ask yourself, on what side of this tension am I? And again, if confusion's arising, that's to be expected, not a problem. Just open up to that. Okay, let's come back into this tension if you've been able to find any in the upper back. Which side of that are you? On which side are you? Is the tension near or far? Is it inside you, outside of you? When I ask that question, what does it even mean? Like even the meaningness, the meaning kind of blinks in and blinks out. That's not even clear. And now bringing the attention to the upper arms. So feel the upper arms. Now, if you can feel the touch of the cloth or the atmosphere, feel that. And then we'll ask ourselves, on which side am I? Of this experience, on what side am I? The sensory experience of the cloth or the atmosphere, is it obvious to you that you're on one side or the other of that? And when I ask that question, what does it even mean? Let's move the attention down to the lower arms, the forearms. Do the forearms feel farther away than the upper arms? Now remember to smile and enjoy the inquiry. And what's great here is that we don't need to have any answers. Just asking the questions enough. And now feeling the hands. So often the extremities really kind of light up and tingle and have a flowy sense in them. So see on which side are you? Are you on the inside or the outside of this tingling? Is the tingling happening near or far? Okay, now letting that go and feeling the front of the neck and the back of the neck. As the neck inside or outside of you? Is it near or far? And now just let's feel the touch of the atmosphere on the neck, on the skin of the neck. Is that near or far? The sensation of the touch of the atmosphere. Is there something about that that says outside or inside? You assume it means outside, right? But is it not totally immediate, totally intimate? Just bring your attention back to the touch of the atmosphere on the neck. And find where you are relative to that. Is that inside or outside? What does a question even mean? And then smiling, remembering to enjoy the practice. Okay, now feeling the face. Does the face feel near or far? If it feels near, how would you know that? If it feels far away, how would you know that? And smiling, so you're feeling your smile on your face. Does the smile feel near or far? Is the smile mine or not mine? Now let's feel the head, but more so the scalp, the outside of the head. So just trying to feel the best you can. It always kind of blinks in and blinks out. Nothing's quite constant. But let's see if the head is in or out. Is it inside to who I am? Now, I is a thought. So is the sensation on the head inside or outside of the thought? And how could that question make any sense? And now let's see if we can feel inside the head. So the brain, inside the face, even the throat. Is that inside or out? Does it seem near or far? And if you can find a little bit of an answer, that's really good. You want to investigate that. And we're not investigating in a harsh way. We're like, everything has a light touch, a light, sweet curiosity. Now let's go global. So just open up. So, like a focus out. So, kind of open peripheral awareness to see, hear, and feel spaces. And is there a quality of in or out to that? And if you can find something that seems a little bit more in than another experience is a little bit more out, how do you know that? What does out feel like and in feel like? And then let's say you can feel this, feel it in and out. Can you hold on to that notion, that feeling? Or is it a thought? And let's look at the thought of in and out. So make a visual image thought of what it means to be out, generally. And now in. Now take note of how that's just a thought. It's not something real per se. It's a thought. And let's see if we can hold our attention on the thought of in and out. For me, I can't really even clearly conjure it. Now we'll continue with the inquiry. How do I know when something is in or out? It seems like it's just a thought that something's in or out, far or away, far or near, rather. Just a thought. And thoughts are not real substantial. Okay, so now we'll start wrapping it up. But just go ahead and relax the body just a bit more. Let go of any inquiry, let go of any insights, let go of everything. And now look at the quality of the mind. Is there an openness, receptivity, a friendliness, a quality of awareness? The natural state. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up the meditation. May this meditation work through us in such a way that others benefit as well.